Yo, 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 what
Yo,
is up? What is good? How's it
what
going?
it do? Good, man. How are you?
Man, it is Saturday morning. Game day
Yeah,
is in Norman. It is
yeah.
live. It's going down tonight. And Corey, I just thought maybe we'd hop on here and break that down a little bit. We also got another game to talk about too. Um, Corey might not want to talk about that one, but we're going to dive into it anyways. So we're going to jump into this. If you guys aren't already, though, before we get this thing jumped off, please, please, please help us get to 200. Hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you guys can be up to date on all our newest and latest content. Also, too, if you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, guys, it's real easy. Just tap that thumbs up button for us. It's that little algorithm thing or something. We got to get that thing figured out. But I know that whenever you tap that, it helps out. Also, too, drop down there in those comments. If you guys disagree, you agree, you just want to give us some pointers, drop down in those comments and talk to us, guys. We'd love to hear from y'all. So,
Yes.
getting into this thing, let me get this pulled up here. So, we got to get this game going right here, Corey. Um, as you can see here, they got Oklahoma favored by 5.5 points on this game.
Yep.
Um, you get 2.5 for being home, so you're really favored by 3 points. Let's just call it that. So field goal, whatever. Last week, I told you that I wasn't disappointed in my team. I was a little suspect with their offensive line. That's what's kind of got me worried. Although they set three starters last week: Fasusi, Derek Simmons, and Jacob Sexton. They set all three of those guys because they said that they were just resting them. They didn't really need them to beat Illinois State, so why throw them out there and risk any kind of injury, especially with what we went through last year. So I can't blame the staff for being a little gun shy if a guy's got just a little nick to not put him in a game that just doesn't mean anything. So all those guys are expected to be back today against Michigan. We're also supposed to have our transfer running back, Jaden Ott. He's a full 100% go. He was dealing with a little shoulder injury last week. That's why he was limited in the game against Illinois State. Having him back, I liked what I seen from our receiver core too, Corey. Deion Burks, he's the real deal. Lewis looked really good. Keontae Lewis. I'm really, really, really excited to see, or I guess what I'm going to be looking at, Corey, in this game is simply the trenches, bro. That's what it's going to come down to because Michigan is going to do nothing but line up and play smash mouth football with you the whole entire. Michigan don't care if this game's 10-7. That's right up their wheelhouse. They want that. You know what I mean? They want a low scoring
Yeah.
game. If we can control the trenches, which Corey, I think that we can. I do. I'm a little worried more about my offensive line, but I think our defensive line can definitely cause them some issues. I like the fact that Bryce Underwood, yes, he is talented. He's very, very talented, but he's a true freshman, Corey. He's a true freshman.
Mhm.
He's coming in here to the Palace, a night game. This thing is going to be popping. I mean, I like Brent Venables. I like the Sooners in this, of course, just because you got a freshman quarterback, man. I think he's going to disrupt that kid. Now, Michigan, and you better get Bryce Underwood this year. I'm just letting people know you better get that kid this year because next year and the years on, he's probably going to be up there in the Heisman favorites and he's going to be competing for national titles. I don't think it's this year. I hope not. But I, I got OU winning this one by, I'll say 7 points. 28-21 is what I got on this score right here. So I got them covering that 5.5 too.
Okay. Mm.
That's what I like. That's my
Um,
score.
I think you hit the nail on the head as far as where this game's going to be decided. It's going to be decided up front, man. This is going to be old school Big Ten power football by the Michigan Wolverines. You guys have the best defensive line, or so I've been told numerous times in the SEC. So it's one of the better D lines in the country. I want to see that best on best matchup and how that plays out. Now, on the other side of it, I didn't know you guys had three starters out last week. A lot was said about the guys, the Sooners' run game against Illinois State. Was it Illinois State last year? And how there's an inability there to run the ball. You guys kind of got bottled up by just a 3-man front from Illinois State. So I want to see what the 3 starters do. Can you actually move the ball on the ground against this Michigan Wolverine team? You know, say what you want about Michigan. They've beaten Ohio State the past 4 years. Right. So they're accustomed to going against high-powered offensive and defensive lines and actually performing and getting the job done. I think I'm interested to see who can force the other team to play outside of themselves. Michigan's gonna run the ball. You're gonna have to stop that and shut that down, right? And they're gonna try to shut down your run game. If you guys can't run the ball, I think it's going to be an uphill climb. I think you have to have success on the ground. You got to block them up. And if that happens, I think you'll be good. Bryce Underwood, to me, he's the X factor. True freshman, you don't know what you're really going to get. I think if you can rattle him early, force them into third and long situations, make him pass the ball, I'm sure that's what Brent Venables wants.
Right.
That's where the game's going to come down to. Can you stop them from running the ball? And can you put Bryce Underwood in compromising situations? I'm excited for this one, man, because like we were saying off air, y'all need this one. Brent Venables needs this game. The Alabama win last year was cool. 10-2 2 years ago in the Big 12 was fine. But you know, like I know, you're wearing that sweatshirt, big dog. You're wearing you know the expectations in Norman. Brent Venables needs this game. This would be a signature win, unlike any he's had in his time, because that Alabama win last year, it really didn't mean anything other than it got you guys closer to being bowl eligible. At that point, y'all were out of the race. This is the beginning of the season. This is week 2. You get this one today, big dog. You're talking about a setup. You got the whole world in front of you. Everything that you want is laying out there right in front of you if you get this game tonight.
You ain't lying.
I'm going to go. I've been going back and forth on this one. I'm going to go OU by 3. I think y'all get a late field goal. I think there's going to be some drama. It's going to be a close game. I do think the Palace on the Prairie is going to be popping. And I'm going to say OU by 3 in this one. I think Bryce Underwood, you guys have the more experienced quarterback. I think John Mateer is gonna make some critical plays in crunch time, and I don't think Bryce Underwood has that yet. And so I'm going to Sooners by 3. I don't know the exact score, but I'm gonna go by 3.
I hope he doesn't have that. I really don't. The kid's a baller. I mean, and for the Sooner fans at home, do not be fooled by how they played against New Mexico last week. That means absolutely nothing today. That was a vanilla game plan. They went in there. Now, New Mexico did put up 17 points on them. They were able to move the ball against them, this and that. But I'm not paying no attention to that. However, there is a linebacker. I don't know his name for Michigan. He's number 1. He's suspended for the first half of this game, and he's one of their best defensive players.
I saw that.
So that's a pretty big deal. So if you're OU, I'm looking at that. You got to jump fast. You got to come out. You got to start this thing. If I win the toss, I'm electing to receive this football. And I want to go out there. I want to be the first one to score. I want to be right there. I don't care. Because the second half, it could be a completely different game. You don't know that. So I really, really want this dub today, bro. I just really want this dub for my Sooners. I want them, because you win this game right here, you got your next 3 weeks. You've got Temple, Auburn, and Kent State, and then you got the big one against Texas. I want to be sitting there at 5-0 when we go play Texas and Dallas. I want to be undefeated. I want to. I really do. Because I'm not saying that makes it any different when we pull up to Dallas or whatever. We'll figure that out then. But I want to have my business taken care of, because another thing, after that Texas game, Corey, this schedule gets brutal. So we have to get the dubs that we can. We have to win this one. This is a must win, in my opinion, for the Sooners. Like, you cannot lose this game and just be like, oh, everything's going to be okay. No, this is a must win. Must win.
At home, night
And it's in your
game
home.
in
Yeah,
Norman.
it's at home. Come on,
Yeah.
bro. We're pulling up to Ann Arbor next year, and you know they're gonna be ready with Bryce Underwood in his second. You got to get these
Yeah.
boys right now, now. So
Yeah.
we're gonna find out. It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see it. I'm so ready for 6:30. Like it just get here now. Okay. The other game that we wanted to touch on. Corey,
look at him. He
there's
looked pissed off right there.
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of things being said in the media. I mean, you know, I'll let you take this one, Corey. You go ahead. Talk to us.
Not what am I touching on the media, or are we just talking football here? Because what Gundy did earlier in the week, kind of stuck his foot in his mouth, and of course Dan Lanning, man, like came back with a perfect response. But when Gundy said that they spend all of this money on their roster, and that they should think about playing teams with the same budget, but you just played UT Martin last week, and Dan Lanning pointed that out. The hypocrisy in that statement when Gundy made those comments, the contradictions, like everything, bro. Like you just shut up. You don't need to say anything like that. We're going to one of the hardest places to play in freaking America, and against a top 10 opponent. Yes, everybody knows they have more money. No shit. Everybody knows they spend a lot of money on their program. Don't fuel the fire. Don't fan the flames. That was mistake number one. Number two, our best quarterback broke his foot last week in the first quarter. You're undermanned already. Our best defensive player, I don't know if he's going to play today or not. I haven't heard anything on it. Had 3 sacks as a true freshman last week in his first collegiate game. Well, you know what he did in May? Grand larceny, right? And so all of that's starting to come out. Like, so you're already undermanned. You're missing your best player on offense, your best performer on defense from last week, and then you want to get up there and run your mouth about money and them playing teams with the same budget when you haven't exercised that practice within your own program. That might have been the dumbest thing. And Mike Gundy's good for a good soundbite every other year. He'll say some controversial shit, but this had to be the dumbest thing you can say to a top 10 opponent when you're going on the road to play said opponent. Dan Lanning had every right to fire back and say what he said. Dan Lanning,
I loved it.
I loved it too, and I'm an Oklahoma State guy. I loved every part of his response. One or two things are going to happen today in this game. Either the Cowboys are going to somehow keep it close. I'm not saying we're going to upset them, but this back and forth between the head coaches, that trickles down to the players. As a former player myself, having been in these situations, you want to step up and ride for your coach. I'm willing to assume, knowing everything that I know about Mike Gundy and Dan Lanning, that the Oregon Duck players are going to be riding hard for Dan Lanning this in about 2.5 hours. 100%. It might be a bloodbath, B. I don't know what the spread is. What's the spread?
28.5.
Bro, that's a FCS like playing against, you know what I mean? That's such a bad indicator of what's about to happen. I'm scared to death. It might be 56-7, dog. It can get way worse than the 28 points. And Mike Gundy will have to eat this one.
And if I know Dan Lanning, like I know Dan Lanning, he is not going to take it easy on you guys either.
No.
He might have had a little sympathy for you guys at first, but then whenever Gundy goes out there just running his mouth like that, and then I loved his response where he said, since today's college football, like, you got to spend that kind of money to be able to compete. If you're not winning. Like, it's no secret out here, Corey. I mean, all the top teams that are at the very top, go look at their budgets on what they're spending on NIL per year. Just go check it out. It's high. It's like $4 to $5 million a year. They're all doing it. It's not just Oregon. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. And the funny thing is, Oklahoma State's trying to replicate that model. We're trying to spend money. We just don't have the amount of money. I think that's what Gundy's sentiment was, but it just came off completely stupid and asinine when you have UT Martin on your schedule and you just played them. UT Martin ain't spending the money Oklahoma State's spending. So why are they on the schedule? Why are you talking shit?
That's crazy. It was crazy. I couldn't believe he
Yeah.
did. Well, actually, no, I can believe he did it. This is Mike Gundy we're talking about here. I mean,
This is status quo from Mike Gundy, man.
he said some other stuff before in the past to where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm not as surprised. But, buddy, I'm not poking this bear. I'm just not. And you just did it. You done pissed the bear off, too, because Dan Lanning, he's a hell of a coach, man. I like the direction that he has that Oregon Ducks program going. They just didn't have the guy last year, quarterback, like I tried to tell people. Otherwise, they would have probably did something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm still not. I don't know about Dante Moore either, Corey. We haven't seen them play anybody yet. Do I think that they're going to lose to Oklahoma State? No, I don't. I think that they're covering this by no means necessary. I think it's going to be easy. This could. I'm with you on it, Corey. This could get ugly. It really could. But. If there is any chance, and you guys do keep it close, much respect and much props to Mike Gundy if they do that. Gotta give it where it's due. I just don't see it. There's such a talent discrepancy between you two. I mean, when you're talking about like how they recruit and how you guys recruit, buddy, this is
it's a whole nother planet, bro.
It's about to be, yeah. You about to see what 5 stars and 4 stars get you, my guy, and they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out hitting y'all in the mouth. I hope that y'all keep it close because I look out for y'all still, man. I got love for OSU. It ain't no hate over here. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man.
No animosity or anything. I mean, we got to rep Oklahoma at the end of the day. Like, so I would like for you guys to keep this competitive and keep it close. It's hard for me to sit here and realistically say that.
If we look up in the fourth quarter and it's a 10-point game, you just got to be happy as Oklahoma
That's a blessing.
Fan.
That's a blessing.
I would just like to get out of the game healthy, to be honest, dog. I don't want to. We don't need anybody else getting hurt. Let's get out of here healthy. Let's be competitive and let's get on to the Big 12 schedule.
Oh, well, Arch Manning's already starting off great today. Look, 0 for 2. What a great against San Jose State.
That's not his name anymore. His name is Uncle Rico. Have you seen the meme of Uncle Rico?
I have seen that. That's hilarious. That was hilarious. I've also seen where Peyton and Eli was like he was adopted. Like,
man. I want to commend you, man. You could have not have been more right about Arch Manning and the disaster that he was. I think a lot of people, I didn't fall for it as bad as Paul Feinbaum did, or some of these people that are saying that he was going to be the best quarterback since Tim Tebow. But you just would have assumed that he would have been better in that spot. He looked petrified. Look, man, it's just it's bad.
Corey, it just simply comes down to this, man. What I was looking at, this ain't no hate, it's just facts. The last 2 seasons, he was at Texas. He was there. He was on the roster. And he didn't get to play. And he sat behind Quinn Ewers, who was the 7th round draft pick. If he would have been the guy, like they're all saying that he is, he would have started over Quinn Ewers.
Yes.
Come on. You cannot sit here. And plus, on top of that, there was a lot more motion in their offense last year. I don't think that Sark's got as open of a playbook with Arch Manning that he did with Quinn Ewers. I think the playbook was way more open with Quinn Ewers. I mean, you can get me going on and on and on with it, and they're probably just going to blow the hell out of San Jose State today. I hope that they do, because if they don't, I'm going to be on here and I'm going to be on his neck even more, because I ain't giving no grace this year, and there's no passes. It's not happening. We're coming full fledged, and I can't wait until October when we play them jokers in the Red Rivers, because I get my chance to see that joker in live and in action with my team playing against them. So I'm ready, because all the excuses from Texas, he was playing this great Ohio State defense. You guys aren't going to see us. Okay, let's just wait and see. We're going to wait and see. I can't wait.
I think there's going to be a hangover from what happened last week. I think this is going to be a close game. I would not be surprised to look up in the fourth quarter and it only be like a 10-6 point game. I wouldn't be shocked.
Well, how
Obviously, San
devastating that
Jose
would be.
State don't have the same players Texas do. You would think that their defense would kind of put the clamps on them, but
How
Arch
devastating
might
that would
throw a
be.
pick six. Arch might turn the ball over a few times. I'm just telling you.
And we're talking about
It's
San Jose State. Wow. That's where we come. It's going to be a long year in Austin this year, folks. Y'all just stay tuned.
just
Just
stay
stay
tuned,
tuned.
man.
Stay tuned. Shit, that's your boy. Y'all got to lie with it now. Y'all paid him all that money. You got him here. Man, don't you
But
think
we
it's
talk.
kind of funny? Don't you think it's kind of funny, though, how he had his first game and you didn't see the Arch Manning family? You didn't see the Mannings there? Isn't that a little weird? I mean, they
It is a
wasn't.
little weird.
You would think if they was at the game, they would have showed him on the camera and there, bro. They wasn't even there, I don't think. Like, they
Right.
know he's a bum.
Yeah.
Bro, that's why he didn't do no Elite 11 camps. That's why he didn't do nothing. He didn't play against no competition in high school. They skipped
They
off
hit
on
him.
all the top competition. Yeah. Yeah, they did because he's not that good.
I will say
And-
this, and I think him playing at Isidore Newman in New Orleans. For anybody who's watching the show, I was born and raised in New Orleans. All right, so I know all about Isidore Newman, where he played. His two uncles played there. Odell Beckham played there, and so even though those guys played there and went on to have successful careers in the NFL, Isidore Newman is a 2A/1A school. And you've seen the clips of those guys chasing him. He's probably I don't even know how to say it. It's been overhyped from the very, very, very beginning. It's just been overhyped. He's never seen guys like this. Even, you know what I mean? Like, it's not surprising. We talked about this, about the high school he played at being a 2A school, and it's really like there's little trickery in the prestige of Arch Manning. So
yeah. Man, hey, Stevie G, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Good luck to us both. You out there tailgating? You going to the Michigan game today, man? Shoot, if you are, man, have a couple drinks for me out there, my guy.
I was about to say, have a beer for me, Stevie G.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Be
bro.
safe out there, brother. Enjoy the night. Stevie G, you got a prediction, score prediction, Stevie?
Oh, he's going OU for sure.
Well, I know that. That's why I want the score prediction.
He got some student tickets. Okay, you're gonna be lit over there.
Oh yeah.
Drop the score prediction, big dog. Talk to us. Love to hear
I
it.
said 3. I said OU by 3. Ooh, 31. That's a lot.
31-14. I like it.
That's
I would
a
love
lot.
that. Well, you want to talk about that happen, buddy? It is highlight city time.
Are we doing
Buddy.
a post game show? You want to get on here after the game?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
We'll do a post game show. We'll do
We'll
a
be back.
immediate reaction.
You know it, baby. Well, all right. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go turn on some Arch Manning tape and see what he looking like. Go see what he talking about right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tap in too and see what the deal is.
I'm gonna go see, because if I'm talking all this trash and doing all this stuff, I gotta have my facts straight. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get this figured out. But
close this out, man.
All right, then, y'all. Y'all already know the drill. If you're not already, please help us. Hit that like button, tap that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you guys can be up to date on all our newest and latest content. Drop your score predictions down here in the comments section. Do you think OU's winning? Do you think Michigan's winning? Also, too, is Oregon going to cover that 28.5-point spread, or is Oklahoma State going to keep it close? Talk to us. We want to hear from you guys down here in the comments. As always, this is the House Divide. That's my guy Corey over there. Peace out, y'all.
See y'all later tonight. Peace.